Hi guys, welcome to today's live. It is about 7:32 p.m. I am starting this live so I can get it over with because tomorrow I have to work early and I've got a lot of stuff to work on at work so I can be better at my job. Okay, I got a funny to tell you all. Today I was at work and I hear this knock knock on the door. And I'm like, I know I didn't order food. I haven't ordered groceries. Who would be knocking? So this lady comes to the door. She says, I'm with the police department of my city. And she said that a silent alarm had been triggered in my home. And I'm like, what? So I get kind of scared because I'm like, hey, I'm like, okay, is somebody broken into my house when I'm working and I don't know because my office has a closed door, so I don't hear everything going on in the house. So I get to a point where I can stop, and apparently, dispatch had called a family member because me and the family member do not live in the same state. The family member was actually leaving my house to go where they live, and they accidentally triggered the panic alarm. Well, it's a silent panic alarm. It's not one that goes crazy like and it's silent, so you wouldn't even know it was hit. So a police officer happened to be on the beat in the area, and I got to meet a very sweet Officer Lewis. So I go to the door and I'm like, I'm sorry I didn't get there at first. I work from home. I work for Harley. And I was in the middle of doing stuff for work and I had to get it done. And she was so sweet. And I was like, I'm praying for you and yada, yada, yada. And so I go in and I'm like, am I in trouble? That was the first thing out of my mouth. And she goes, no, sweetie, we have to do a welfare check because your silent alarm has gone off, and we have to make sure you're okay. I'm like, okay, do you need to come in the house and check? Because it's a mess, but you're more than welcome to come in. So, um, I was like, okay. She was very sweet and I prayed for her. I'm still praying for her. So if y'all could pray for Officer Lewis. Hi. While she continues protecting where I live and everything like that. So yeah. Well, we have a weird, creepy story to tell you, and now that I've told you that story, I'm gonna tell you the weird and creepy one. So my mom and my aunt decided they were going to have a garage sale. They were either going to do it at my house or they were going to do it at my aunt's house, which is like 2 miles away. So, um, so me, I am at work, but my mom goes, hey, I'm gonna go over there and she came into town and she's like, hey, I'm gonna be there for the garage sale. So they do the garage sale, they set it up, and on the way home on Saturday night, she feels like somebody is following her. Like somebody is following her, and they continue following her. She had that, so she started praying and she was like, okay, God be with me, da 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 da. So as soon as she gets to our house, or my house, not hers, but mine. Well, she comes to visit, so when she's here, it's her house too. So, so I go in, or she goes in, and she kind of felt like somebody was watching her. Well, somebody parked in front of our driveway after she had already pulled in. and they were just sitting there. They weren't getting out of the car. It looked like they were watching something. So, hi. So I was like, okay. Um, so she goes into the garage really quickly. She stays in the car. She closes down the garage door and she exits the vehicle. And as she is closing it down, she sees him still sitting there. So that night, we turn on the security system and we get ready for church the next day, which we didn't end up going because none of us felt good. So then we're like sitting there. And so if there's any ladies out there that are single, please, please, please be aware of your surroundings. If you feel like you're being followed, you can always call 911 dispatch and they can send an officer to follow your location, or they can track your location until you get to your safe destination, or you can call a friend and tell them what's going on and they can stay on the phone with you. So that way you have witnesses just in case you ever get hurt or something like that. But that is always an option. So she said that, like, he set out, she timed it. And she said when she looked out the window, he was still out there. Or she, or whoever was in the car. And she couldn't tell if it was a 4-door car, 2-door car. But she said it was pretty low to the ground and it wasn't an SUV or anything. But it kind of creeped her out enough that she immediately had me turn on the security system. So always be aware of your surroundings. I always carry mace. I always carry a taser. And I always carry my personal alarm that I either keep on my backpack, purse, or somewhere on my body, like on my walker, wheelchair, crutches, just so if somebody messes with me, the alarm is pretty loud. And there is like jewelry you can get that has a panic button in it. But yeah, that's what's been going on in my world. So yeah, that's been my fun time with everything. My hair looks crazy. I don't care. It's been a crazy day at work. You're welcome. I want everybody to be safe. I am actually from the States. But yeah, I want all my girlies and guys out there, even guys, to be safe and just know your surroundings. Know where you're at. What happened to the freedom of religion and institution? That is so true. But yeah, it's just been, that's why I haven't really been on many lives lately, because I was supposed to go and do something after work and I didn't get to go do it. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for the kind words, and God bless you. I'll be praying for all of you. So, yeah, just pray for my job. Pray that I get better. Hi. But I'm going to be doing a Twilight inspired makeup look with when I was Twilight was me and my friend's favorite movie. Me too. I love Twilight too, so I'm gonna be dressing up like Bella, doing like a Twilight core kind of thing. I already picked out the outfit, and I also like Vampire Diaries, so I'm gonna be doing a outfit inspired by Elena. So those videos will be coming out after I do the 60s video. I'm just waiting for the rest of the stuff to come in. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. Pretty soon, those are the videos we're working on. I have the wigs for both, and I'm going to be doing that. So we'll see how it turns out. So today has been fun. At least I got off early today. I almost didn't want to go to work today because I was like, but tomorrow's my Friday, so I'm off 2 days, and I'll be off for Columbus Day. So anybody who celebrates Columbus Day, happy Columbus Day from me to you. Excuse me. Yeah, and I'm also gonna do a Twilight wedding look. I like wedding looks, and my cousin is a wedding planner, so on my biological family side, I have a family member who is. I tried Sticky Chicky today. Don't let me say that in any faster. It was pretty good. I liked the sticky rice, but yeah, it was pretty good. But yeah, after being it was funny when I had her repeat herself, and she was like Amarillo, and she goes, well, we're not in Amarillo anymore, but she said the name of the police department where I live, and she said, I'm Officer Lewis, da 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 da, and I'm like, am I in trouble? Is my mom and the second thing out of my mouth is my mom okay, because she was at a benefit for a coworker. And the police officer goes, yes, and she explained, my face of horror. I'm a white girl. I'm the whitest white girl you will ever know. But I looked so pale. She was like, are you okay? And I'm like, I look like, and she says my name, Topanga Jamison. I'm like, yeah, I'm she. So, yeah. And she explained to me that the security system had been malfunctioning for the last 45 minutes. But because it was a silent alarm, I didn't hear it. One time I was, we had just moved into this house, and I didn't realize that the panic button was up against my bed. And one day I went to go get in bed because I was just exhausted after a 12-hour shift of being a nanny, and I accidentally set it off. I woke up, and the Amarillo Police Department was calling me. When I lived in Amarillo, yeah. I only lived for 6 months. I never lived anywhere longer than that, but now I live somewhere else, but yeah. Now I live in Arizona. But yeah, that was embarrassing because I had to explain to my boss why I was late back to lunch, and I was like, I'm sorry. He's like, it's okay. At least you're okay. But they're really nice. The police department, Arizona, Amarillo, they're both very, very nice people. But yeah, I have to work tomorrow. I go in and I have to be up by 5:30, and I go in at 7, or I have to be at work before 7, so I'm not late. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be fun. And I'm gonna ask everybody in this chat as well if you have questions, because we are gonna be doing a Q&A video. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below, or you can comment in the comments after this live is posted if you have any questions. But I love you guys. I will see you in the next live. Bye.